Welcome back to the channel. There has been a lot changing in our household since announcing that we're moving to Europe. Our house basically is a shitstorm right now. We're moving out of Seattle at the end of October and then moving to Europe in the beginning of February. And so we're selling everything we own. We are in this process of a massive transition in our life. And that is really kind of uprooting a lot of things. So our house is a bit crazy. Life feels a bit crazy right now, but I'm still here doing the work, writing my book. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Jordan Tarver. I'm an author and speaker, and I'm documenting the process of writing my book from start to finish. So that's what you see behind me here. This is the book on the wall. And I'm really just building this new YouTube channel. And something like a lesson that I've been really hearing a lot this week and just being reminded of, especially as I build this YouTube channel, which takes a long time. I mean, I think I've like just under 300 subscribers still. And writing a book is also a really long goal and a really long project. But the one thing that's kind of keeping me in line and keeping me connected to doing this work and really expressing myself in this way here is two words: keep going. It's really easy to get super excited about doing something and then realize how much work is going to be involved and then to just give up. But I think there is something to be said about the power of putting one step in front of the other, the power of taking just one step at a time too, not just putting one step in front of the other, but just focusing on one step at a time and not getting too far ahead of yourself. And I think if we can just keep going and simply show up in the face of challenge, in the face of adversity, in the face of a big goal like building a YouTube channel, writing a book, or maybe something you're working on, if we can continue to show up, we literally can't lose. The only way you lose is if you stop showing up. And so that's been something I've been thinking about this week. You know, when I look at my subscriber count, I'm like, dang, it's a slow build. I'm like, just keep going. And I look at the book, I'm like, dang, I got a lot to write. Keep going. I feel like if you really are committed and devoted and connected to what you're working on, you will keep going and you will keep showing up regardless of where you're at in the journey. So that's what I want to say first. The second thing is I got a really exciting package arriving this week. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but I'm pumped about it and I can't wait to show you what's inside. I'll leave it at that. I'm sure it'll be in the video later when it comes, but exciting package on the way and can't wait to show you what's inside. So I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna keep writing this book. I'm gonna keep building this YouTube channel. And I hope that you're also staying committed to the things that are important to you. And I think that's really what life's all about. So thanks again for being here. I appreciate you. The package is here. And honestly, I'm kind of nervous to open it, but I have to open it. And I've been working on this for a very long time. This is something that means a lot to me. And I've been waiting for so long to hold it in my hands. So this is my first time seeing it. Oh, I'm fucking nervous. Oh my gosh. I'm emotional, literally. This is a new book that I have coming out, and it's called Pursuit of Purpose. It is something that I created 2 years ago, originally as a digital download only. And people have asked me for so long to put out a printed version of it. And 2 years later, I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. I don't know what the hesitation was. I don't know what the resistance was, but there's another part of it that I still haven't seen. This is like seeing your kid for the first time. Oh, yeah. There's a workbook too. So we have the Pursuit of Purpose book and workbook. Find your purpose in 30 days. I'm kind of speechless, honestly. Oh, the inside of this thing is so incredible. I'm honestly at like a loss for words. And I feel very emotional looking at this. I spent so much time designing and creating this. I put so much love and labor into it, and to see it in my hands is just like, it's overwhelming, to be honest. I want to show you the inside though, because that is like, dude, this is so sick. I can't wait for people to have this in their hands. I'm putting this thing out probably like December or maybe January. Wow, okay, I'm gonna show you the inside of it. Check this out. Okay, so this is the book right here, and it is designed so cool. I really wanted to make something that was not your traditional book, something that was more engaging, more interesting to read, more entertaining. And the art in this thing is next level. This is the book, this is the workbook, and it is a 30-day plan to help you find your purpose so you don't have to figure out how to do it alone. These are scientifically backed exercises that I've developed alongside different types of research, and it is a beast of a workbook that will give you so much transformation and value. I am just like so stoked. I am like, I'm at a loss for words right now. I've been waiting for this day. This isn't the book, the new one that I'm writing that I have been referring to for this whole vlog. This is a different book that I wrote previously. And I am just like so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my self-expression and my courage to share what I believe to be true. And it is just my hope that with all this work that I put out in the world, that it provides you with something that can inspire you to find your true north, align with your inner calling, and really lock into a place where you're operating like so true to yourself that you're not questioning what you're doing anymore, and you're dictating your own life and no one else is dictating it for you. And that is my goal with this book and workbook right here, is to help you do that. Find your purpose in 30 days. I can't wait till you can have this in your hands. This is incredible. Our move to Europe is in full swing. We are spending today really preparing for a garage sale in the next 2 weeks. You can see all the stuff back there. We're pulling out basically our entire kitchen. And part of this move is us selling basically everything we own. You know, keeping some personal items, but most of our belongings we're getting rid of. And as I was selling my piano and some of my things in my office last week, and as we start to get ready to sell these things from our kitchen, it kind of makes me think about really what change is in life. You know, I think change is the process of letting go, creating space for new things and new energy and new alignments to come into your life. And getting rid of our belongings is that in practice. You know, it's us letting go of a lot of our things to make space for this new chapter to actually happen and exist. We could maybe do it by keeping all of our things, but it would make it a lot harder, and it would be another thing that would create some sort of resistance or roadblock or speed bump in this process of us changing our lives and moving to Europe. So for us, as we empty out our kitchen right now and get ready for this garage sale and think about making this really big change in our life, we're having to create space for this chapter. And I think there is a level of acceptance that is kind of required as you go on a change journey, accepting that it's okay that you're letting go of things, because that means you will have new things come into your life and fill that space. And the goal is to fill that empty space from the things you let go, to really fill it with things that are more aligned and more representative of where you are now in your journey, who you are now, where you want to go. And so that's kind of what we're experiencing right now as we get ready to sell everything and in the process of selling everything. But yeah, it's crazy to think that it's here. We're about 3 weeks away from moving to California, back to our parents' house for the holiday season, and then we're going to go to Europe in February. So it's kind of a 2-part move, and it's slowly happening, but honestly, it's happening fast, or it feels like it's happening fast. But it is exciting. It's definitely exciting. And I think just seeing the things start to leave our house is like every time we sell something, every time we get rid of something, it's really one step closer to this next part of our chapter and really this dream that we've been after for a long time. So excited that it's here, excited that it's happening, and really just grateful that we're making space for it. It's been a tired one. For sure been a tired one. The move has been exhausting. The moving sale itself took a lot of energy and a lot of time, a lot of work. It was worth it, but it was tiring. And it's been just taking up a lot of space in my life to prepare for this move to Europe. And something I'm realizing and trying to become more aware of that's really been kind of brought to the surface through this transformation, this transition, is I often find myself being really hard on myself when I'm going through a difficult time. I have this idea that I need to continue the same level of work, on when I'm writing a book, for example, while I'm navigating a change. But what I'm realizing now is really to, in order to go through that change and not get burnt out from it, I need to create more space and more capacity to navigate that change, which means pulling back and releasing on something on something else in my life. So for example, I haven't done a lot of writing in the last couple of weeks because there's been a lot with this move. And for the first time in my life, I've been able to give myself the grace and kindness to be okay with that, because I'm realizing I'll actually move forward more in the book project if I allow myself to work slower and give myself more space to make this change happen, because I'm not going to burn myself out. And so although I haven't done an everyday writing session like I will eventually do when I'm really deep in the book and it's kind of settled after this move, I do still make sure I'm connected to the practice, the craft, the writing, so the momentum continues to move forward, so I stay in the flow and stay connected to the project. So although I didn't do a bunch of writing, I did do some writing, and I want to share something with you now that I think would be a good kind of peek into what the book's going to kind of feel like. So this is something I wrote for a sample chapter I'm working on about resistance and what it could really mean in your life and how it can serve you. So it goes a little bit something like this. People think they feel resistance because there's danger ahead. Instead, you feel resistance because you know you must face your inner demons to shed what no longer serves you and embrace a new identity. In other words, you resist change because you don't want to let go and face the fear, discomfort, and uncertainty that comes with it. That's the exact reason it's worth running toward, because of the person you'll become in the process of overcoming it. While you may think overcoming resistance is a price you have to pay to answer the calling of change, it's the beginning of planting the seed of your breakthrough. We must reprogram our mind, body, and soul to see resistance as an opportunity to become who we came to be, not a setback. It's up to us to make the intentional decision not to see resistance as a stop sign, but to see it as a green light. It's a green light calling you into your next season. It's a green light reminding you to move forward even in the face of the dark unknown. It's a green light pushing you to pave a new path for your destiny. It's a green light reminding you of your innate courage that will empower you to walk that path with grace. So that is a little bit of what I've been working on. I'm really excited to dive more into this book in the sense of like more frequency and consistency. I think once I get past this move and get into this next part of the chapter, I'm gonna not chapter of the book, but chapter of this transition. I'm gonna find a really good flow, and I'm trusting right now that this is the exact work I'm meant to be doing, that it's okay that it's a little bit sparse, a little bit here and there. But I really feel this gut feeling and intuition that this book is meant to be written in expansive places, on the go, inspirational energy, and that really aligns with living in Europe. And so it's really cool to see that intuitively, I feel like this book is meant to be written throughout this next chapter and journey of our lives. So although I'm really loving what I'm writing now and working on now, and I get so much fulfillment out of it, I'm super excited to start working on this book more in depth when we kind of finish this move and move to Mallorca. So that's it for now in terms of what I can share. I will definitely share more writing as I go. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments if that hit you in any particular way, or kind of your relationship with change. And if you're someone who is looking to feel less alone on your journey, I also want to say that I send inspirational text messages totally free. And it's like having positive affirmations in your pocket at all times. And it's one of my favorite things that I do. I will never charge you a penny. It's never marketing text. It's purely inspiration, purely good vibes. All you need to do is text YouTube to 707-289-7047. I'll also put a link in the description. It's been really fun to kind of share my writing daily with people. And it's me sending it. It's not a robot. It's not an AI or anything like that. So you'll actually have access to me, and we can chat one-on-one. And that'll be a great way for you to kind of read more of the writing and stuff. But I'll be sharing more of the writing in the YouTube for sure. But yeah, I'm just excited to be getting so much closer to this next part of our chapter, and I know it's going to be something incredible. And I can't wait to see how the book continues to unfold in that chapter. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this project, and thank you for tuning in. I guess I'll see you on the next one.